Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Elwood Panther fans, whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report. Producer Susie and I are eternally grateful. I'm your host, Greg Mengel, and next to me, the aforementioned producer Susie, here to talk some Elwood Panthers basketball, and the last couple of weeks have not gone very well. We'll get to all of that in just a moment. Want to let you know what else is going on at the Central Indiana Sports Report before we get to it. First of all, Friday night we will have a reaction to Elwood's game at Frankton. We'll get reactions from Coach VanSkyock and Frankton head coach Brent Brobston. Also, I have a new daily podcast called Greg and His Friends Talk Sports, where I talk with my friends about sports. Every single day, my friends and I are talking about the Pacers, Fever, Colts, IU, Purdue, IndyCar, Butler, Notre Dame, whatever Central Indiana sports fans are talking about. That's what we're talking about on Greg and His Friends Talk Sports. We also have a weekly podcast every day. On Mondays, it's the Pacers Report. On Tuesday, IU. On Wednesday, it's Purdue. On Thursday is the IndyCar Report, although there's not going to be one this week. On Friday is the Colts Report, and every Sunday, the Indiana Fever Report with John Robertson and Michelle Garman. We also have a weekly Fight Report with Hanson Crafton, Strictly Biased podcast with Will Rutherford, and so much more. Come subscribe and be part of all the fun. Coming up, I spoke with Elwood head coach Ryan VanSkyock about how his basketball team has handled a pretty rough stretch here. And as we do every week, we look ahead to what's coming up. And what's coming up this week, of course, is Friday's game against Frankton. Elwood has gone just 1-3 since Jackson Gordon transferred to Hamilton Heights. And on Wednesday, more bad news for the Panthers. The news isn't ready to be shared yet, but it is bad news. And Coach VanSkyock is going to refer to it in our interview. Still, Elwood is 6-7 through 13 games, their best start in a long, long time. They have a very good chance of getting to double-digit wins for the first time since 2013-14, which was also their last winning season at 12-10. There are several potential wins coming on the horizon, but on Friday, the Panthers take on the huge task of taking on a Frankton Eagles team that is 10-4 and has been playing its best basketball of the year of late. On Friday night, Frankton ended Blackford's record 13-0 start by beating the Bruins 55-24, and then on Saturday went to Hoosier Gym in Knightstown and beat Westdale 58-36. Frankton's won 3 in a row and 6 of its last 8, and should get on quite a roll here heading into the postseason. After the Frankton game on Friday, the Panthers go to the Fort Wayne area to take on 2-12 Hamilton. And then on Thursday of this coming week, games are on Thursday instead of Friday because of the girls' basketball sectionals, Elwood hosts Tri-Central in its next home game. The Trojans are 5-10. Then winnable games against Southern Wells, GEO Next Generation, Blue River Valley, and Providence Cristo Rey, a chance for the Panthers to get on a roll heading into March. Thanks so much for joining us. Please go check out all the rest of the stuff on the Central Indiana Sports Report. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. What's that one other thing called? Where you get your books? Audible. And we have an audio version of the podcast on YouTube as well. Please stay tuned for Elwood boys basketball head coach Ryan VanSkyock. Well, welcome back to the Central Indiana Sports Report. Coach VanSkyock. Coach, you staying safe and warm out there with this weather?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Not seen anything really like it. So a lot of cancellations on the AD side, and a lot of rescheduling, and not a lot of practice time with the basketball. So we had a good practice today, and got kids back in the gym ready to go.
As an athletic director, I bet you just want everything to go off as scheduled every time, don't you?
It's just we're at the end of the year in a lot of sports, so a lot of our stuff we've had to cancel or not able to make up because they're going to girls basketball sectionals next week, swimming sectionals next week. So just a lot of different things that you had to fight with this time of the year of having these cancellations.
Well, let's hope that the girls basketball game on Thursday night against Frankton goes off as scheduled.
Frankton just closed and we're closed, but right now we plan on playing that game because we got to get it in being a conference game. So
nothing affecting your basketball team except for missed practices. But the missed practices are a big deal at this point, aren't they?
we have a lot of games coming up, so we felt like this was the time or the week that we had a lot of time to actually prepare and get ready. And unfortunately, sometimes things don't go as planned. So we had to figure some things out. We had good practice today, dealing with some inside issues, and those will probably be coming out lately. We've had to make some changes inside player wise and some issues we had going on. So what we had at practice today was really good. The kids worked hard and doing our best to try to prepare for Frankton on Friday.
Seems like that's been something you've been dealing with since I've known you, Coach.
Yeah, it's just every day it seems like we have an issue and we just can't ever have a normal day. So unfortunately, sometimes you have those and we got to get them worked out. And the kids that we have on the courts who we're going to go with, and we have full confidence in those kids, and we're excited to see what happens with those kids playing.
Well, let's look back just a little. Not much. It's been a slow last couple of weeks, just a couple of games against Alexander and Mrs. Sinwald. Those have not gone well. So what's the message to your kids?
Just have confidence in themselves. Again, without Jackson Gordon, and we talked about it, he was our leading scorer, so we got to find somebody to replace those points, and it's not going to take one person to replace all of them, but we just need each individual to step up, score 2 points here, 2 points there. For about the last 2 weeks, we have not shot the basketball very well, and those are different things that we got to continue to keep working on. So we're just trying to instill some confidence in our kids, a lot of shooting. We came in on last Saturday, and shot for about an hour and a half. So, again, just trying to do things to keep their confidence where it needs to be. When we look at it, I mean, we're still 6-7 and have a chance to still have a winning season, which has not been done in a long time here. So, continue fighting, continue to keep battling, continue to try to keep getting better.
Yeah, 3 games in the next week, and it starts with a really tough one at Frankton. Coach, it seems like Frankton's playing their best basketball right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a well-oiled machine. Coach Brobson's been there for a long time. One of the best coaches in the state of Indiana. Those kids have a system. The kids graduate, and the next group just comes in and fits right in that system. It's like a well-oiled machine. It just keeps going and going and going. So the Bennett kids playing really well. I have a lot of respect for Stansberry, outstanding kid, just an unbelievable kid. And they got a lot of great senior leadership there, and they're playing really good basketball right now. And going to Frankton is a hard place to play. So we're going to have our money cut out for us, but if we want to have a chance to compete for a sectional, these are the type of games that we got to win and compete in. So I think our kids are up for the challenge.
Coach, you scored 24 points and 17 in your last 2 games, and the thing about Frankton is they play defense. I mean, they just held Blackford to 20-some points, and that's a really good team. So pretty scary defense for Frankton.
Yeah, I know Coach Brobson too well. I mean, they're going to 1-3-1 half court trap us and probably full court press us. And when you got his son who's 6'8", unbelievable kid, he's going to be he's already a really good player, but he's going to have an outstanding career in high school basketball. And he's definitely a college basketball player. We just got to do things the right way. We got to take care of the basketball, and when we have an opportunity, we got to knock down the shot. So we feel like for us, a big key on tomorrow or Friday is we got to limit turnovers. We didn't do a very good job with that in the Senegal. And as soon as they got out trans, I mean, that game was over. So we got to do a better job. We got to do a better job of scoring the basketball. And we got to do a better job of just taking care of it. And that's going to be a high task with how good Frankton's playing right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But then things get a little easier. Of course, they're never easy. But Alexandria, Mississinawa, Frankton, probably one of the toughest stretches of your season. Some winnable games down the stretch here. Kind of just got to hope that the kids aren't losing too much confidence, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, like we told these kids, all these games we can learn something from. So if we can learn from something and grow, become better as a team, we feel like this rough stretch of 2 or 3 weeks is going to pay dividends when we come into the sectional. So we got to see if we learn from those or not. And to be honest with you, looking at the tape, there's moments we don't play bad, but when missing them all, we shot like 8% from the field. When you can't put the ball in the hole, I mean, everything looks just bad. So we feel just right away, if we can start getting the basketball to go in the hole a little bit, for the most part, our defense is not too bad when we're able to set up into it. But when we have to play in trans, defensively and never have a break because we can't hit a shot, that's where things tend to break down and get out of hand for us. So just confident the kids will come in and hit some shots, and we'll go from there.
Coach, sorry didn't get to meet any of your players this week, and we didn't get to do this in person. I think everyone's going to understand why that didn't happen, but we will catch up with you on Friday after the game at Frankton. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate all you do.
Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love Susie.